Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Could Be Worse. My name is Tyler, and I'm here as always with my uncirced co-host, Dominic Antos.
Yes, the hooded Polak once again. I'm here.
I'm feeling good today. I wanted to vamp a little bit on the intro. How'd that go? Did you like that?
Yeah, it's fine. We'll get a better one next time. Who cares, you know?
I mean, it's a beautiful day. It's a sunny Saturday. The birds are chirping. I threw a 10 milligram edible in my coffee this morning. I'm feeling good, dude.
Wow, we're rolling now. I'm drinking coffee too. I never drink coffee.
Yeah, that's a real soft quality of yours.
Yeah.
Is that you're like, it makes me scared. I don't like it.
It makes my tummy hurt.
It makes my tummy hurt and it makes me scared.
It makes me fart and think my heart's gonna explode.
I never get that when people it's like, have you never done real drugs? People are like, oh, every time I drink coffee, I have heart palpitations. It feels like I'm so jittery. I'm so anxious. It's like, have you ever done cocaine?
Have you ever tried anything stronger than a Delta-8 pen?
It's like when you hear about the, like, you know, you'll hear like some like small town cop talking about how he has PTSD. It's like some people go to war. Some people go to another country, a foreign land. They fight for their lives. You like arrested a black teenager for having a dime bag in his sock, and you jump under the coffee table every time someone tries to make popcorn. It's not the same, dude.
Yeah, you handcuffed a 350-pound woman in the drive-thru at Wendy's. It's not exactly Fallujah.
yeah, dude. But I want to talk about. I have a story today. This is a real because I'm an older brother. I have two younger sisters. One is junior in college, and one's about to graduate high school in a couple of days.
Yeah, you're a fucking fantastic role model.
It's a great lead into perfectly into the story because you're unironically correct about that one. So my sister, you remember back in high school, there was like right after like prom, you have like beach week or whatever. I don't know if it's a thing outside of New Jersey, but like in New Jersey, going all the way back to like when my mom was a kid and she grew up in New Jersey, so she went through it too. After like prom or after graduation, everyone goes down to like LBI, Long Beach Island, or the Jersey Shore.
Yeah, HPV week is what it's called.
Yeah. There's a lot of acronyms involved. LBI, HPV, DUI. There's a whole bunch of acronyms involved. But anyway, it's like you rent like a shitty little like shore house, like you and your 20 friends or something. And you just get like hammered for a weekend. It's like a rite of passage or whatever.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody knows what it is, but let's keep going.
Yeah, well, I don't know. If you live in fucking like, I saw a listener from Kentucky the other day. It's like, I don't know if do they even have water in Kentucky or they just drink Jack Daniels.
It comes right out of the fucking sink.
Brush their teeth with fucking wild turkey every morning.
Yeah, Jack Daniels, what are you talking about? That's a bit pricey.
Honey, come downstairs and eat your morning cigarette.
Yeah.
But anyway, so my sister, it's her like her beach weekend last week. So she's not really a drinker. She doesn't really drink. I was the family degenerate. My mother calls me the lush of the family.
The lush. That's a good word. That's a good old word to use.
Yeah. Apparently, like, I don't know. I'm not a parent that I know of, but people seem to say that like you get one. Apparently, you get one who like, you know, is a bit of a fun person. You know,
the fun one. You know, the one that you know, isn't around the longest, but he's a good time.
Right. You get one early funeral as a parent. That's dark. I'm sorry, Mom.
No, it's all right. I mean, if she had to pick one.
Yeah. No,
it's the one she's having to pay rent for.
Financially, if you have to get one off the books, I know it's yeah.
Hey, the economy's about to go to shit. She's got to think about that stuff, you know?
Yeah. So I was like the one problem child. My middle sister like basically didn't drink until she was like of age or pretty close. I think she was like 20 when she started drinking. And my youngest sister, she's trying to be an actress. She's like the most successful out of all of us, ironically. So like she, is trying to like, she's like career first. Like I don't want to fuck it up. She's like, I don't want to get in trouble and like fuck up. She just signed with an agent or manager or some shit. So like, she's trying to keep a lid on things.
Well, she's still what? She's 17, 18?
Yeah. She turns 18 tomorrow, actually. Happy birthday.
Yeah, there's only so many mistakes you can make at 17. She's still got time.
That's what I'm telling her. I was like, yo, you get a freebie. Do you know that? Because I didn't know that. When I turned 18, they're like, now it counts. I was like, really? I had 3 years of just like, I could have just done free misdemeanors for 3 years.
I mean, to put it in perspective, I barely drank and didn't do any drugs till after high school and college. So she's still got time.
And then, so my youngest sister went down to the beach this weekend, and she was like, I'm just going to go for a day or two. Like one of my friends has a house down there. I'm just going to pop in and like, she's like, I'm not going to like drink with them or anything. We're just going to hang out. My mom was like, all right, no problem. Her and her boyfriend were going to go down for like a night or something. And then like, as she was like headed down, she called my mom. She's like, just so you know, like, there's going to be a couple cases of Trulies there, it might get a little, but like nothing too crazy. Just a few Trulies, you know what I mean? Couple dirty Jeeps in the bathroom. No.
Yeah. A couple nervous one-hitters into a vent.
Yeah. Dude, turn the fan on. They're going to smell it, dude. My mom's going to lose the security deposit. She'll fucking ground me.
No, we need more fucking dryer sheets. That 2's not enough. What the fuck?
Dude, blow it into the sploof. My mom's gonna fucking take away my Xbox if you blow it into the sploof, dude.
Black Ops 2's coming out. Fuck.
So anyway, my sister, she texts my mom and she's like, it's gonna be a little booze down there. My mom, like, again, is like, she's been she's her third kid, so she's like, whatever. As long as there's no heroin, I don't give a fuck.
Right. As long as I'm not finding needles everywhere, I'm good.
No hard drugs, have a ball,
As long as I'm not finding, 30-year-olds sneaking out of the garage door at night, I'm good.
That's going to be our generation as parents. Like, hey, listen, let's keep it to weed and psychedelics until you're like 30. Then you can try meth. But slow and steady wins the race,
Yeah.
So my sister goes down. She goes down to her buddy's place, and they're hanging out there. All is well and good. My mom goes to bed. It's 3 a.m. Phone rings. Wakes her up. 3 a.m. on like a Saturday night. So she answers her phone. My sister's like, we've run into some issues. There's been some complications in the plan.
Yeah.
And so what happened was they're at her friend's place and they heard about, you remember Beach Week? There's like, you hear about a party at somebody else's house. And you're like, let's go check it out,
Sure, yeah. Let's see how many holes we can punch in the wall.
It's funny you mentioned that. So that's not what happened. So the world has gone crazy. The world has gone completely upside down.
Yeah.
And so my sister calls my mom and she's panicked and she's like, listen, I was at a party. We all went over, her boyfriend, like one of his friends was having a party. So they went there. Cops showed up. And she's like, it was a nightmare. Like there's a ton of people there. The cops show up. Party gets busted. And she's like, I remembered what Tyler told me is that she's like, when you go to a party, because she's like, I showed up and I saw it was kind of dicey.
Right.
And Tyler's words echoed in my head. So like you said, I am a good influence. I am a good big brother. Because during a time of need, she remembered my advice. And she was like, I knew to have an exit plan. I knew the cops were going to show up. I knew I had to get out of there.
Oh, wow. She was scoping out all the exits.
Yeah. So she was a professional already. So she learned from my mistakes.
She know where the fire lane is.
Yeah. So cops knock on the door. Somebody yells, cops. She's like, jumps into go mode, runs out the back door, through the backyard. And she's not like me and my middle sister played sports. She never really played sports that much.
Yeah. She doesn't look like she can throw a football, if I can say so.
She's not. Oh, she'll kick your ass, dude. Don't talk shit. She still listens to this. She's in the same zip code as you. She'll fuck you up, dude.
Fucking go. Let's get after it. I haven't had a tussle in a while.
She's scrappy. She may be a lower weight class, but she's scrappy.
I haven't hit a woman in weeks. Let's do it.
Dude, she digs her nails in. Like sometimes I'll piss her off and she'll just grab me and start digging her nails in. I'm like, fuck! Ow!
Yeah.
Crazy bitch. Get your acrylic nails out of my fucking bicep. So she runs to the backyard, leaps the back fence, like clears the fence and like doesn't like climb over it, like leaps it like a horse.
Yeah, she hurdles it in like one fucking bound.
Hurdles the fence, does not have the athleticism to stick the landing, so just lands hard, yard sales herself. Phone, keys, wallet, everything. Just completely yard sales herself. Adrenaline's going, so she just keeps running.
Yeah.
Then her boyfriend, who was like frozen, cops show up, he like froze. She's like, we're getting out of here. So she pulls him, he's running with her.
Yeah.
And so he jumps the fence the normal way, like collects all of her belongings, like a good boyfriend should.
Right.
I was, this is why I approve this kid. He's.
I like him. I met him once. He seemed nice.
He's a gentleman.
I may have gotten him a little too stoned, but he seemed like a nice guy.
I did drugs with him. He seems cool.
Yeah, I forgot he was like 17 and gave him a fat joint, but still.
I think he might be 18 now, actually. Yeah, he's 18. So I don't even think that's that illegal now. You're not even giving it to kids. It's just. It's just a regular underage consumption,
So he collects all his shit. Good.
Yeah, so he collects her shit. They book. They're in the woods. They find like a couple other their friends. Like, yo, we got out of there. Like, good shit, right?
Yeah.
And they're all hyped. And this is where I think the story has a happy ending. Cops show up. They book. And that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, punch a few holes, get out of there. That's how parties used to work in our day.
Yeah.
Evidently, not anymore.
They're sitting in the woods, and they just hear in the distance. Just fucking. They sent the dogs after them.
Some southern deputy be like, "We're gonna catch you, boy. You can run as fast as you want. You can't hide.
We gonna find these motherfuckers."
So she's in the woods, and she gets a call.
Yeah.
And so it's one of her friends. It's her friends whose house that she was staying at, the home base, not the party house, but the home base.
Okay.
So she gets a call from the girl, and this girl's like crying, and she's still at the party. And my sister's like, "What's wrong?" And she's like, "How could you leave me?" My sister's like, "Bitch, what? Like, did you not? The cops showed up. Mm-hmm. We were not hanging around for that. We saw the cops, and that was all we needed. We got the fuck out of there."
Yeah, that's fucking street rules. What the fuck you talking about? What are you? She's gonna stay and just get in trouble too?
Oh, so here it comes. So they're like, I don't know the kid's name. Let's call him Michael, right? They're like, "You need to come back to Michael's house."
Okay.
She's like, "Everyone is still here. You need to come back to Michael's house." And my sister's like, "Fuck, like I don't have anywhere to go." I was like, just spend the night on the beach. Fuck them. You know what I mean? Steal a bottle of liquor from somewhere and go just get drunk on the beach. But
that would be a fantastic story right there.
That's what me and you would have done, was just like scrounged up a couple extra beers, rolled a joint, and just passed out on the beach.
If you think I'm going back to the cops,
3 a.m, dude. You have what, 3 hours till daylight? You get hammered on the beach for 3 hours, hit a fucking Denny's, hit a diner or something in the morning. That's a great fucking night. Nothing but W's.
The misdemeanor resets the minute the sun comes up.
Yeah.
That's how the law works. I know the law.
It's like Cinderella. Once the clock strikes 6 a.m., it's turns back into a fucking pumpkin. I don't know. I forget how that story works.
Yeah, it's all right.
Something like that.
We'll cut it. You'll cut it. I know you will.
No, I'm leaving this one in, dude. This coffee edible is really starting to kick in.
Yeah, you always cut your shitty jokes. You leave my bad ones in.
So they go back to Michael's house, and cops are gone. So my sister's like, what are you, fucking stupid? I'm not going back. And they're like, well, cops left.
Yeah.
But she's like, cops left, everyone's still here. Which to me is like, what? Why is it? How's that work?
Yeah.
So apparently what happened is, so they go back. My sister, she's like, we walk in. She's like, it's the opening scene from Saving Private Ryan. People are like puking everywhere, like stumbling around. Like it's like there's a ringing for some reason in the air.
Yeah, there's one kid just holding his head, screaming, "Where's my jewel? Where's my jewel?"
Yeah. Somebody's trying to like put broken pieces of a bong back together. Like, just keep talking to me, soldier. You got a family? Tell me about your family.
Look at me. Look at me.
Look at me. You're not sobering up tonight. Look at me.
One kid handcuffed to the radiator, covered in pepper spray.
They just forgot to uncuff him.
Yeah, they got their party busted by Derek Chauvin.
Oh, Oh, this is gonna be another example where we're laughing so hard. Don't you know why?
No, keep it. It's all good.
So she walks back in. There's a war zone of a party going on. Not like the remnants. The party is kind of dead. There's just people still fucked up, wandering everywhere. And she finds the host of the house. And he starts ripping into her of like, that was so disrespectful what you just did.
What the fuck?
My sister was like, what? He's like, the cops showed up. They told us we're not allowed to have this party anymore. And we need to listen to the police. And so when you left, I was like directly disobeying their orders. And like they said, like we wouldn't get in trouble as long as we all stayed in the house. And so you left. And it's just like, I could have gotten in trouble, you know? So like, I just feel like you disrespected this party and you disrespected this house by doing that.
What the fuck? What is he on the set of Jersey Shore? How many times did he use the word disrespect? What the fuck?
So my sister's standing there like, oh, and he's like, so he tells her, he's like, you can't leave. The cop said we all have to stay here. And so you need to stay here. We need to respect the police. Now, this is the generation that 6 months ago was posting.
Wait.
This was the generation. No. Let me get my point off here. This was the generation that 6 months ago was posting all over their fucking Instagram stories like, all cops are bastards. Fuck the police. Blah, blah. Now they're like, respect the police. Fuck the police, but then respect them when they yell at us because we don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah, the minute you have to actually encounter them, you shit a brick.
And they're like, yo, like it's just like, all right, anyway, I don't want to let's not get political here. Let's just continue with the story.
Sure.
So my mother has a quote that sums this up perfectly. So my sister is like, she's getting yelled at and she goes into another room and she doesn't know what to do because she's like, I want to get out of there. I'm sober. I haven't been drinking. I haven't really done anything wrong. Me and my boyfriend just came along to this party. Her boyfriend doesn't really drink either. So she's like, he's sober, I'm sober. He wants to go like smoke weed somewhere. I want to go get the fuck out of this party. Like there's no reason for us to be here. This guy's just being a douchebag. So she calls my mom in like another room and it's like her and like maybe like a dozen and I don't know, not a dozen, but like a handful of her friends. And so she calls my mom and she wakes my mom up at 3 a.m. She's telling my mom this, basically the whole story I just told you guys. And she's like, Mom, like, what do I do? Like, she's like, are they right? Like, did I fuck up? Like, did I disrespect the house or whatever? And my mom says, and I'm going to say a word here. I'm going to leave. I'll probably bleep it after the fact, but I'm going to say it to you because it won't have the same effect if I bleep it. So she tells my mom the whole story I just told you.
Yeah.
And she goes, Mom, what do you think? Like, am I in the wrong here? Like, what's wrong with these kids?
Yeah.
And my mom says, sounds like they're being a bunch of Catholic school
Yes. Fuck yeah, dude.
And then there's like a long silence. My mom goes, hello? And my sister goes, Mom, you're on speaker.
Yes, dude. Mama Lozier. Fucking yes.
So a room full of people. She just called her mom being like, I'm going to like see if like I'm allowed to. And my mom just dropped the F slur on a room full of overly progressive, like, I mean, Catholic school. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, they are a bunch of fucking Catholic school. That's all it really is.
And
she nailed it on the head.
I know. And then my dad rolls over and he's like, probably, you know, passed out from a half bottle of whiskey next to her. So he comes out of his coma. My mom, he's like, wait, what is going on? And my mom's like,
he's like, give me the phone. Give me the phone.
Well, my mom like quickly fills my dad in. My dad gives one of his sage quotes where he goes, listen, you tell those Catholic school you're friends to the end, and motherfucker, this is the end.
Wow, dude. That was like Leonidas.
That's fucking poetic. From being woken out of a dead sleep at 3 a.m, probably still a little whiskey drunk, to just blurt that out. That's pretty.
Damn.
I'm like, that must be where I get my you know, my gift of gab from.
I can't wait till I'm so wise. I can't wait till I have so much wisdom that I can be fucking blacked out at 3 a.m. and still drop dimes like that.
But that's essentially the end of the story. She goes like, after hearing that, like my mom was like, get the fuck out of there, like,
right, yeah,
because she's like, some kid could fucking like pass out drunk, start throwing up everywhere. You don't know what kids are on nowadays. Some could fucking overdose or some shit. Kids are wild nowadays. Get the fuck out of there. You don't want to be in that situation.
Yeah, get the fuck. They A, don't have your name. B, what they can't just sanction this kid's fucking party. Like, get the fuck out of there. Like, they don't have a perimeter set up. Get the fuck out of there.
Right. My sister's like, well, what if they're waiting down the street? They're not fucking. It's like LBI Memorial Day weekend. They're not staking out the house.
Yeah, let them breathalyze you and get the fuck out of there if you're not drunk.
Right. So her and my boyfriend just hopped in the whip and skirted out of there, and that was that pretty much.
Yeah, but that's because, well, we all knew their generation's a bunch of fucking pussies and posers. I mean, that's just factual.
Well, now, see, this is where I want to get into the analysis portion of the episode. Now that we've gotten the meat and potatoes out of the way, allow us to inject. This is the Fox News. This is the Fox 5. What do they call it? The 5 or whatever on Fox when they do that.
Yeah.
Round table session.
This is the part where it's just, a full zoom in on Tucker's face.
They're calling them Catholic school all across the country. They're stinking up the joint with their. I don't know. The first punchline was the only one I had.
Yeah. We just like saying the word. Let's be honest.
We're having a little too much fun. We're being honest. We are having a little bit too much fun with that one.
Yeah.
We'll keep it moving. No, but it's like, dude, remember when we were in high school? It was right after that Project X movie came out.
Yes.
And like Project X, that movie where they like threw a big party at their house. They destroyed the house. The kids all fucked the house up.
Yeah. There was like helicopters and midgets and ovens and shit, yeah.
Yeah. It was like a crazy out of control party. And then like we saw that. I remember they used to put like security guards outside the theater to keep kids our age from sneaking in. Cause there's this like cultural thing of like, whoa, that's sick. And then everyone wanted to throw a Project X party.
Yeah.
So every party when we were like juniors or seniors in high school was like Project whatever like the kid's last name was.
Right.
And they were all this like, and it was like, we call it open houses. And what would happen at an open house is they would invite and it was like the person throwing the party was throwing the party because they wanted to be cool.
Right.
They wanted to gain like coolness points. So they invite like the entire school.
Yeah.
Everybody would show up within an hour, trash the place, throwing beer bottles, punching holes in the wall.
Yeah, they have to wait till their hardworking parents muster up enough money to go on that one vacation every 5 years.
Right. Their parents go to like Tahiti to save their marriage. Like this is the weekend that's supposed to prevent them from getting divorced. And then little Timmy like invites 300 high schoolers over and they like shit in an urn full of grandma's ashes. And now all of a sudden the divorce is imminent.
Yeah. Every shampoo bottle's full of fucking 16-year-old cum.
Yeah, dude. So it's like that was the whole point of the open house was as the person throwing it, you were doing it of like, I'm going to like fuck my parents. I'm going to throw this party. I'm going to disrespect my parents. I'm going to disrespect the police. Fuck the police.
For sure.
For sure. Like, I'm disrespecting authority by throwing this party. We're all going to get fucked up. People are going to think I'm cool. And I'm going to get in trouble. But it's like a mafia don going to prison. Like, I'm going to take my time, you know?
Yeah, you take the heat, you know? You don't snitch. You don't rat.
And it was a noble thing.
Yeah.
Of you were like, I'm gonna get in trouble. My parents are gonna kill me, but I'm gonna walk into school on Monday. I'm the fucking man, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. Fuck yeah.
Everybody who got their dick sucked in like our guest room, you know, like they're gonna all be dapping me up.
Yeah, dude. Fucking all the boys, all the seniors, the fucking part-time high school teacher got his dick sucked too. Everybody's dapping me up on
the
Monday.
Substitute
dude.
history teacher got bopped off in your sister's room.
The track coach set up a fucking sports book in the bathroom. You know,
it was a good time, man, and it was this thing of like it was a disrespectful environment. That was the whole point, was to be disrespectful.
Yeah.
And so it's like I don't understand what this kid's fucking deal was, where he's like throwing a party. And being like, which is already kind of, it's like at his parents' beach house. His parents aren't there. So he's already kind of like, fuck you to his parents, you know? That's like not.
That house costs $800,000.
Right.
That's already disrespectful. Just drinking a Solo cup in there is disrespectful.
Right. And then like the cops show up and instead of being like, fuck them too, he's like, I'm sorry, officer. Was the music a little too loud?
Yeah, that's just such a cuck.
We can wrap it up by 11:30 if you'd like us to.
Yeah, we're just the prayer circle's just finishing up, so we can go home soon.
And it's like and then so the cops show up and like don't even get like he didn't even get in trouble. They were just like, yo, shut this shit down. If we have to come back, you're fucked.
Right.
Which is like a no harm. That's the best case scenario of the cops showing up at a party.
Yeah.
is they're just like, hey, we don't want to do the paperwork, but fuck off. And it's like, so they gave him, he got the best news possible. And then instead of being like, yo, get the fuck out, like, it's just like you and your boys stay and like smoke weed and kick everybody else out like you're supposed to.
Yeah.
He like made no, we all have to sit and let's go around the circle and talk about why our white privilege allowed us to do this and how we can atone for our institutional privilege a little bit more in the future.
Right.
And it's like, what? Dude, no, be cool. What is cool now? Is that cool? Is like being well, you just gotta respect the police, and that's like the cool thing to do is like just respect the police.
Right.
It's like, no, you're supposed to break shit, be disrespectful. You're fucking 17 years old. You're supposed to be a little shit.
Yeah. You're supposed to be throwing rocks at stuff and then like cursing people out,
I know, and it's just and when the cops show up, you're supposed to fucking run. Do the dash. Get the fuck out of there.
Bro, those cops cannot catch you. Despite what they want you to think, you are 18, you are outrunning those cops. They are not catching you.
Dude, this guy, he's 45 years old. He's got a bum knee. Like, he drinks 19 Budweisers a day. This cop is not going to catch you.
Yeah, no shot.
He's just fat. Like, maybe when he was on, like, the high school football team 30 years ago, he might have had a shot.
Yeah.
This dude is beyond wash. If you can't turn and burn on a small-town LBI cop, I don't know what to tell you, dude. You got to get your cardio up.
Yeah, get your fucking cardio up, bitch.
Unbelievable. I just... It hurts my heart because that was like being in high school sucked, dude. It was the worst. It's so just lame, dude. It's the worst.
Yeah. Well,
and the only thing that made it fun was like hanging out in the woods, crushing some beers with your boys,
experimenting.
Getting a Gatorade bottle, cutting a hole in the top, putting a ratchet piece in it, turning that motherfucker into a Jeebaroonie.
Yeah, experimenting with what metals corrode in your lungs and which don't.
Right. Which gas stations sell the best fake weed? I mean, there's a lot of like bonding moments. That's how me and my friends bonded in high school.
That's how I fucking got to know you.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Is we smoked in the woods. We weren't even friends. And we were just the only two people around. And we were like, fuck it.
That's true. We weren't even friends. We were just the only two people home, like freshman year, like from college on spring break.
Yeah.
And I remember just like texting you and being like, you do drugs, right?
Right.
Yeah.
You don't mind a couple bowl hits from time to time, do you?
And we hung out, I think in your car, maybe.
No, it was not.
It was your mom's.
It was
your mom's car. It was your mom's car.
Oh yeah, and I think I gave you a Polish Bogue.
Yeah, we smoked Polish cigarettes in your mom's car.
Yeah,
smoked weed and then went to Wawa. We're like, oh, and then we saw that Kong Skull Island movie.
Yes, yeah, that piece of shit.
That was a killer day, dude. I smuggled an entire 12-inch Wawa hoagie into Kong Skull Island.
Yeah.
In my jacket, like I just put it. Like,
yeah, we snuck in like an entire fucking 3-course Wawa meal into the
and then busted out the spread, and the people around us were like, "Yo, you are wild for that. That is so inappropriate."
We just reek eating sandwiches in the middle of this movie,
just reeking of Miz, just chowing down on like a sweet pepper and chicken sandwich.
We still have the fucking burnt plastic bottle in our fucking jacket pocket.
Yeah, you go to take a sip, you're like, oh, wrong bottle.
Oh, fuck, wrong bottle.
That's Binger water, dude. Actually, that's not bad. It's pretty refreshing. You guys look at that?
It's got some nutritional value to it.
Yeah, dude. But the youth is fucked, man. If you can't even run from the cops anymore, that's like, you can't even do that anymore.
Yeah, they fucking suck.
What do you do for fun? This is why they're all on Instagram posting about like fucking... banning weapons of war, whatever fucking trend they're on this week.
Yeah.
Which is not even like, sometimes they'll post shit I agree with, but it's like, dude, go outside, try to fucking finger something, crush some warm beer cans in the woods, do some cool shit.
Right.
Shoplift beef jerky from the local Krausers. Like, do something fucking fun.
Stealing Slim Jims was my childhood.
You have your whole life to do boring political shit and pretend to care about shit that you can't change. Spend your youth the way you're supposed to spend your youth.
Yeah.
Experimenting with drugs, having risky, promiscuous, unprotected sex, and getting away with petty crimes. That's how you're supposed to spend your adolescent years. It builds character, and it helps you turn you into a functioning, productive member of society, and not a whiny little bitch. And that's my rant for the week.
Yeah, no, I like that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
I feel like we do need more applause after I get done speaking on this show. I feel like that's severely lacking.
It's a little too silent after I riff.
all I have is I have a beep and then I have air horns.
Yeah.
But I don't have applause yet.
I'll be the applause button. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Speaking of unprotected sex, I'll try a transition. How about that?
We're at 33 minutes, so there's nothing. I was landing this plane.
Oh, okay. Well, fuck it.
I don't know. That's just something I'm thinking about.
All right. Thank you. All right.
All right, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Check us out on Twitter at the CBW Pod. I say it every week, and our subscriber count remains at a flat 18 on Twitter. So
should we just stop saying it? Should we start saying funny stuff at the end, like slurs and stuff?
No. Here's the deal. I've stopped tweeting. I've got on a hunger strike on Twitter, and once we get back up to 19, I'll start tweeting again.
I'll make a burner and follow you.
Visit us online, thecouldbeworspod.com. We got fucking 59 episodes on there. Mm-hmm. Some of them are pretty good, so check them out and share them with your friends.
Yeah. The last one I liked a lot.
Last one was really good. So Dom was on mushrooms. That was a fun time. Give that one a look.
If people like it, I'll get the excuse to take mushrooms every time.
Yeah, so like away. If you're on YouTube, like the video and shit. It helps with the algorithm, I think. I don't know. We get 5 views an episode. Who gives a shit? Dom, anything you want to add before we get out of here?
No, it just it doesn't fit. Like, it keeps rolling up. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what am I supposed to do with this thing?
Okay, we'll see you next week, folks.
Bye.